Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. We're looking at a decent day, up to about 63, mix of sun and clouds. Not bad, maybe a drizzle, but overall going to be a pretty good one today. A few notes for you. Our secret holiday show remains on sale, or you don't know the artists who are going to perform. That's December 15th at Mulcahy's, on sale at their website, moles.com. Our Vets Buy One, Get One special has started. It is going through this week till Sunday night for Veterans Day this weekend, and you just put in the code VETS on the ticket page at Mulcahy's for Guys with Guitars, November 27th, and you get a buy one, get one in honor of our veterans. And one more for you, Cande, a week from this weekend. So next Friday, next Saturday the 18th, Saturday the 18th and Sunday the 19th, we have our annual food drive that we do.
Always important.
Oh, my God, huge. And this year, have a new location for you, and I think people are going to like it. It is the Walmart Supercenter in Yaphank.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Right off William Floyd Parkway, north of the LIE.
You know what I love about that?
What's
Because
that?
people are going into the store and then they say, oh, there's a food drive. So let me pick up a few extra things for the food drive. And then they come out and they hand you a bag of canned goods and stuff that won't go bad. And it makes it even better. I've done that a number of times when I've seen a drive at a supermarket. Great place.
Well, it's funny you say that because we hand out flyers to people as they walk in saying what we need, and they come out with their usual purchases, and then they have like an extra bag for us.
That's what I'm saying. I've done that many times. That works great.
So, new location, Walmart Supercenter, Yaphank, right off William Floyd Parkway, north of the LIE. That is the 18th and 19th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We got Ridgewood Savings Bank, Cricket Wireless, and Walmart helping bring you that, and thank you to them. Going to be awesome. I've been wanting to get into this story regarding old school technology, outdated tech that people are still using and perfectly happy with. Okay, so here's an example. Clock radio is on the list. I have one of those plugged in still. It's got to be 15, 20 years old. That is my alarm in the morning.
I had one for many, many, many years, but I finally got rid of it. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And why, if it works for you, why get rid of it?
Yes. I do put on my iPhone alarm as a backup because if we have a power outage or something, or, the radio goes dead. But yes, I still use that every morning. The radio station comes on to wake me up. Here's a good one. Outdated tech I still use. When Dana says, hey, can you go to the garage and get a can of beans, can of corn? I open them with a hand crank can opener.
Me too, honey. And I love my can opener.
Yes, we have a nice one. Abigail purchased, by the way.
I have a great one. It works like a charm. My mother, years ago, I remember she had an electric can opener. Hated it. I hated that thing.
Yeah, we have a decent one, but just to take it out and plug it in, it's like the hand crank one's right there, and that's it.
Right there. 5 seconds, it's done.
Yeah, right. How about this? Now this makes sense. People with the really old video gaming systems, like the old Nintendo and Intellivision, and
those are hot items now,
Very hot.
I wish I would have saved the kids' ones because they'd probably be worth a lot of money now.
Cande, don't get me started.
I know.
I tell you my Air Jordan story.
Let's hear it again.
I would say 11 or 12. It was like 1984, 1985, somewhere in there. The first Jordans came out. The original high top, red, white, and black Jordans that you see on TV, whatever. My parents got me a pair. And of course, back then, who's thinking about this, right? They should have bought two. They should have put one in a box and never opened it. So I took my...
They'd have all the money they need for retirement right now and more.
My first edition Jordans on my feet. I wore them to
Wow.
camp every day. I wore out the soles. After I didn't fit into them anymore, I'm assuming we threw them away.
Oh,
I mean, brutal.
I hear you.
Oh,
Listen, we had the biggest collection of Pokemon cards. I only shudder to think what a couple of those would be worth. All that, except Beanie Babies, of course. All the people stuck with their Beanie Babies now. They're not worth anything. But I was watching one of those shows, the Pawn Stars, right? And they were in some huge warehouse where people, this guy was selling very rare sneakers.
yeah.
For like $100,000,
Oh,
maybe more.
the sneaker market is absurd. Just
So
crazy.
when I think about what you had, what you could have now,
Yep.
oh,
Some more outdated tech people still use a calculator, regular calculator. A lot of kids in school, obviously, using
I'm going to
that.
say this, and I'm only going to say this once. When I want to figure something out, I still use pen and paper. Paper
So
and pen.
you know what? You just hit number. This is where I was going next. Number one on the list, outdated tech people still use and are happy with: a notepad and a pen.
Yep.
I still love that. And by the way, I don't even know if you know this. Sitting next to me, I have 4 or 5 full notebooks of, double-sided back and front pages of every show we've done.
Oh, that could be worth something.
Well, yeah, probably would. That
I also,
yeah.
you didn't know this either, but I also have a notebook sitting right next to me that I'll jot things down throughout the day that I want to remember or that I'm keeping track of and whatever. When I want to figure out how much I'm spending on a bill or whatever, I do old time math. I mean, with the pen and paper. I
Sure.
guess I'm really old.
Sure, like here's just a random example. And I have notebooks here that go back many, many years. But a random example, there's one sitting right next to me, and May 19th of this year is exposed. That's what I'm looking at. And the stories that day in country music, Reba's television show, Big Sky, was canceled. Bye-bye.
Wow, look at you.
That's right.
Like a historian.
Disney's Star Wars hotel in Disney closed after only
I remember people
one
were
and a half
very
years.
upset about that.
I could go back years and years
Very
and tell you.
interesting. Your father does that too, so you got that from him.
He's
But I
got,
find it
yeah.
faster because I'm really lame. Like, I type with one finger, you know what I mean? So to go on a calculator, it could take me 4 or 5 times to get it right. I
Agreed.
do it. And it goes so much faster. So anyway,
Yeah.
to each his own.
Yeah, absolutely. And you are lame. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I'm lame. I'm quick to admit it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. This is who I am. It was so funny. Evan's here and he goes, Mom, every time we get together, I realize just how much we are alike. And he goes, I have to tell you, it's scary. know.
Very.
I'm sorry.
You and Evan are the same. Agreed.
We really are.
Cande, it's International Merlot Day. You like a nice
I
Merlot?
love a nice Merlot.
It's National Retinol Day. That's like skincare.
You mean the skincare? Yes.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah, now with retinol. That's right.
Absolutely. Now there's a whole bunch of other stuff. It's, it never ends.
It's the International Day of Medical Physics. I don't even want to click that.
You said physics, and my stomach went into a knot. Nope.
It is National, this is sad because we lost Roxy to this, our puggle, National Canine Lymphoma Awareness Day today.
Oh.
Poor Roxy. She had surgery, and then it didn't take. About a month later, the cancer
what
was back.
What symptoms was she having?
She had huge lumps on her side.
Oh.
We got her, and so we got the surgery, and then like a month later, it all came back. We had to put her down.
So sorry. She was so beautiful.
And the biggest day of all, of course, it's National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day today, Cande.
Why not?
That's,
Bittersweet.
My parents would come over, and my father would leave me a Hershey's with almonds, of course.
Half
as you know.
the bar. He'd eat half and leave you half.
Yes.
I always thought that's the cutest little thing ever.
Yep, it is,
That wasn't
for sure.
bittersweet chocolate. That's a whole nother ballpark.
All right, fine. Stop. Why you got to ruin my moment?
Sorry.
A 12-year-old kid in Philly named Ethan Williams did the Heimlich maneuver at lunch, saved his friend's life.
Wow.
He learned how to do it in school. The teacher who taught him called it a textbook maneuver, said it was unbelievable the way he did it.
Love that.
Yeah. The American Humane Society announced the winner of its annual Hero Dog Award.
And?
Went to a 150-pound Great Dane by the name Maverick. He works as a therapy dog with the USO to help support troops and their families. And he's currently stationed at Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri.
You know what this makes me want to do? Wake up Tilly and tell her go get a job.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. My dogs are lazy.
Do you understand how good you have it?
And one more for you. A sheep that was stuck at the bottom of a cliff in Scotland finally got rescued over the weekend. She'd been living down there all alone for 2 years.
How did she survive?
Well, people started calling her Britain's loneliest sheep. No one was able to get her. 5 farmers hiked down, helped lead her back up the side of the hill. They say she's in remarkably good condition, even a little overweight. An animal sanctuary took her in, and she'll go live with other sheep for the rest of her life.
Oh, that's a nice story if she wants to live with other sheep.
Yeah, that's true. She might be happy all by herself. You never know.
She might be.
And one more quick note. I forget what site it was on, but I saw the cutest video on Instagram the other day where a bear, like a mama bear, and a little tiny baby were climbing up the side of a mountain filled with snow. And the big adult bear got up quickly. The baby bear, tiny, kept sliding down, couldn't get up. And finally, and the adult bear was waiting up there, waiting. And finally, after it was stressful for me. After 5 minutes, the baby bear finally got its footing and got up the hill. It was scary there for me. Yeah.
Wow. I know. It's incredible. I love watching nature.
Yeah.
It's my calm place.
Cande, that's it. That does it.
That's it, honey.
Everyone have a great day. Thanks to Ryan and Amanda, our great producers. I am here till noon. We got a decent day, 63 or so, mix of sun and clouds, maybe a drizzle, so you can look out for that. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.